Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Fantastic Talks, bringing back another Sonic video for you guys today. I'm doing this because I want to do more Sonic discussion videos for you guys. It's because I know there's some of you out there that do enjoy seeing them and do enjoy watching me talk about them, with anything like news related, sharing my opinion on stuff that gets announced. And unexpectedly, we have a new Sonic game that was announced at Game Awards, which I did not expect so soon, just after Sonic X Shadow Generations. But would you believe it? It is a new racing game, of all things I never thought we'd see again. The funny thing is that it shows Shadow at the beginning, because obviously it's still the year of Shadow, so obviously they would tease Shadow for it, even though the game is called Sonic Racing. But what's interesting about this is the title, when it gets to it. The card does look really cool, but I do have some negative opinions about this, to be honest. So, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. Very unexpected, considering the last Sonic Racing game we had which was Team Sonic Racing. I'm very surprised that they're going for another Sonic Racing game, especially of this kind, with like sort of the karts and stuff and the cars and all that. Like, I can already tell it's got a Team Sonic Racing look to it already. And if I'm being honest, I'm very surprised they're going for this again, because I don't know about everyone else here. Team Sonic Racing, I felt like it was a fun game, but I just feel like there wasn't enough going through it. If I'm being honest, like if you compared the Sonic Racing games that like the Sega All-Star ones, had all the like the Sega characters and stuff like that, and had all these different worlds you could go to, and obviously you had Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed, which let you drive around on a boat or a plane. I can't remember if Team Sonic Racing even had that. I think it might have. I'm not sure, but there was this customization to the cars you could do and stuff like that. But like, there wasn't really. I still feel like it felt bland at times, and they didn't really do much to the game to keep it going, to have more replay value. There wasn't enough characters. There wasn't, like, I just feel like the game just looked really generic. I don't know why. I just, some of the stages are pretty cool. Some of the remixes were pretty cool. It was still fun with the characters that we did have, but like, I just felt like something was missing from that game. Like, there wasn't enough to it. And I'm being honest, it was, after that game, I really wish they'd just go back to do a Sonic Riders game. And the funny thing is, what's funny about this teaser, I didn't notice it the first time round, but it was until I went on Twitter and I saw people sort of posting about it. People pointed out that there is an extreme gear in the background behind Shadow's car. Like, the way that this board-looking like object, I assume is like the hoverboard extreme gear of some sort, whether it's Shadows or Jets or Sonics, I'm not sure. It's being referenced here. Now, I really hope this isn't a dick tease, because if I'm being honest, I really wish we were getting a new Sonic Riders game. And I know there's a lot of people out there that want a new Sonic Riders game as well. From what I've seen from people posting this, they do wish that it's more of a Sonic Riders game rather than another generic racing game like Team Sonic Racing. I just feel like the concept of Sonic Riders was always so cool. They were always so fun. You had like the zero gravity type stuff in the next game as well, but the first game just had more of an impact to the concept. It was just really cool. Like, the style of it was really cool. It suited the world of Sonic more, like especially with Sonic himself being on a hoverboard. It just made the most sense. It just felt more like a Sonic thing rather than just like him racing a car, you know. Like, I don't know, like, especially with Tails, it always bothered me about Tails, like Tails running a car when he should be running a plane, you know. I feel like that could have been really nice. But the idea of Sonic Riders was just so much more better, and I wish we were getting that instead. Now, whether this is teasing something or not, I don't know, but it could just be an Easter egg of some sort, referencing past racing games, but I really hope that isn't the case. I really hope that there's some sort of thing they're teasing that. I just feel like why bother teasing something here as just for an Easter egg when they fully well know that we want a new Sonic Riders game, Sega. Like, I really hope that there's something more to this, and I really hope it's not just a kart racing type deal. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that this is, because I feel like this is sort of serving as a sequel to Team Sonic Racing, but this time the title doesn't include team in it, in the name. So obviously they're doing something different here with this, especially with the name like CrossWorlds. But again, I really hope they do something different with the characters' vehicles, because I'm going to be honest, I'm sick of Shadow having a car. I really miss him having his bike. We've not seen him with the bike since the first Sega All-Stars game, I think. I think he did have a car in Sega All-Stars Transformed. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure the bike was long gone since then. And it just doesn't feel right. I want him to have a bike. Like, I don't know what they could do with this in terms of what could be different to what they've done before. If they're bringing out a new Team Sonic Racing style game, what could they change apart from the name CrossWorlds? As in, does that mean they're gonna go into different like Sega worlds? Are we going to be seeing different like planets from the Sonic franchise? Are we going to have Little Planet? Are we going to have the Deadly Six planet? I don't know what they mean by CrossWorlds here. Are we going to different universes? Are we going to see different versions of the characters we get to play as? Like, do we get to go to Blaze's Dimension or something? Do we get to go to Silver's Future? I don't know. What does that mean exactly, CrossWorlds? And I just want to sort of point out the stage here that Shadow seems to be going through. Now, I can't tell what this is meant to look like. Is this meant to be Radical Highway? Is some sort of city stage? It's showing Shadow as the character to start off with. So could this be Radical Highway? Or could this be the city stage from the movie, like they've done with Shadow Generations? Because I know that the DLC for that has just come out, where it's movie Shadow and he's in the city stage from the movie. I don't know if that's what we're seeing here as well. Maybe they're doing a bit of movie stuff for this game too. That'd be really cool, because I'm pretty sure that the game itself is heavily Sonic-centric, regardless of the title hinting that, obviously, because there was something from Tails' channel explaining that Sonic Racing CrossWorlds features a distinct racing mechanic that promises to transport Sonic Racing fans into a new dimension. A distinct racing mechanic. I don't know if there's some sort of new gimmick we're going to expect there that somehow transports these characters to other dimensions. Is it just another version of, like, when they go to specific parts of the stages that transforms their vehicle in a different like type of vehicle, like from a car to a plane, to be able to fly through the stage when you hit a certain point of the stage to be able to do that? Are we getting a new version of that when you're in another dimension of some sort? Whatever these dimensions are meant to be, what it means by that. So I don't know what that could hint there. There's obviously some sort of warp ring there that will take you to a dimension of some sort, but what kind of dimension are we meant to expect here? You know, like, I hope that the name CrossWorlds hints at something a lot bigger than that. What's interesting about this logo of CrossWorlds here, that the especially the worlds part, it looks similar, like the shine to it looks similar to Sonic Prime. Are we going to be seeing Sonic Prime stuff as well, as the characters from that show to be playable in this game? Like, I really hope there's a good bundle of characters we can play as, especially with how high budget Sonic Frontiers and Shadow Generations turned out to be. You know, like how the graphics turned out, the gameplay turned out to be. There's high hopes for this game. You know, like, I really hope this is not another flop after Team Sonic Racing. It really needs to sell itself, and I feel like the Sonic Riders would have been perfect to do that, you know? So I don't know if they're trying to please both sides of the fans, where you're having the kart racing type of characters that fans like, but also you have fans that prefer the Riders mechanics also coming back. Maybe there's a bit of both worlds. I mean, I don't really want to get my hopes up too high on that. This could most likely just be an Easter egg referencing an old Sonic Racing game, you know? But I really hope that's not the case, because that'd be such a dick tease. I really hope that's not the case, because I miss the concept of Sonic Riders. I miss the gameplay of Sonic Riders. I really hope they do something with that somehow, and it's It's too soon to tell what to expect because this was just a teaser, just to let us know that there is a new Sonic Racing game on the way. It's just the fact that they've gone as simple as calling it Sonic Racing with CrossWorlds as the extra title. So that there is just, it's hinted to something a bit more interesting. However that turns out to be, God knows. You know, I really hope they give us some really interesting stages, some stages we've never seen before. Not just reused stages like Planet Wisp and Green Hill and Seaside Hill and the Ark and one of the spooky castle stages. I'm not sure, like Hand Castle, I think. I'm not sure. And the Bingo Highway. I really hope those sort of stages don't come back. We've seen them, we've done those. That's been and gone now. I really hope they give us something new for this game, for stages and like sort of like drive-in and such like that. Don't know what they're going to do for items and stuff. I don't know if that's going to be a planet, a whole Wisp thing again to give us items. I'm not sure. I can't remember how Team Sonic's items were like. But this really needs to sell itself. To do, because I don't remember Team Sonic Racing doing that well. Like it was a fun game. This game has got to really give us something different to compared to what we've had before. And I don't know if the world CrossWorlds is going to sell it enough. It depends what they showcase in later trailers, with how the gameplay looks and what you could do with your vehicles. I really hope that vehicle transforming also it does become a thing again, just to make it a bit more interesting again. But I was hoping for a case of like, depending what characters are going to be involved in this, I really hope each character has their own type of vehicle that makes sense to them. It's a bit of a shame that the cars are the thing that they're going to be given again, like Shadow with his own car here. It would have been much cooler if each Sonic character has their own vehicle that suits them. Like, for example, I don't know, Sonic with the board, you know? Tails with a plane, Shadow with a bike, Eggman with his Eggmobile as a truck, you know? If you get to play as a Chow again, you get to drive a Chowmobile of some sort. I don't know. Charmy can have some sort of beehive-looking car. I don't know. I'm just sort of like throwing things out there here at this point, but it's stuff like that. And maybe they can, I don't know, maybe those vehicles can somehow transform into something else. Maybe Shadow's bike can transform into some sort of quad bike. I don't know. Maybe that could be quite cool. Or maybe you could customize it into a quad bike. I don't know. Just an example there. I don't know. I really need some really interesting vehicles here that suits the characters. So God knows what they're going to do for this game. It's still too soon to tell, but I really hope that there's a lot of characters to play with and a lot of customization to play with, and I need it to be something different. Will the CrossWorlds being like, I was gonna go into the fact that maybe they're trying to bring back a Sega All-Stars type of adventure again for this racing game, where if we're talking about dimensions, are we going to other Sega games worlds like the Knights world or the AA or II world? I don't know, or Samba Amigo, I think it's Amigo, I can't remember. Going to his sort of worlds again. Are we going to be playing as those other characters? I mean, like, it seems to be very Sonic-centric here. Because the statement that I read out earlier was, underneath it said Sega in a statement about the newly unveiled racing game featuring characters from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. I mean, it says featuring, so it could still include other Sega characters that could cameo in it. But I'm reading this as if it's probably just Sonic character-centric. So I'm hoping they don't muck it up again with the characters, because the last game, Vector's team ended up being Cream or Amy or something like that, because or Big. I'm not sure, because Espio and Charmy weren't in it for some reason. Because there was quite a few characters they missed out. Espio and Charmy not being in it was really weird. I'm hoping for new characters like, I don't know. I don't know why they can't just put some of the IDW characters in it, like Tangle and Whisper, since they're in some of the mobile games, you know. I'd love if they could it'd be nice if this game ended up being their console debut, you know. That'd be quite cool. Will this game have a story like the last game did involving those characters? That'll also be really cool. Again, this is why I would want it to also have half and half of Sonic Riders type vehicles, like the boards and stuff, because it would mean the Babylon Rogues could come back, you know. It's a racing game and the Babylon Rogues aren't involved, you know. It'd be nice to see them come back. We will see more Deadly Six characters. we will see villains randomly return in it, like Mephiles and Infinite, like, for whatever bizarre reason that could be. Just give us characters we wouldn't expect. It will still be funny to play as them in their own vehicle. Mephiles could have, like, a Mephiles crystal looking style, like, vehicle of some sort he makes out of himself, you know. That could be really cool. I don't know. Mephiles could have some sort of like cube illusion-y looking type vehicle of some sort, or has his mask on it. I don't know. That could be quite cool. Yeah, just stuff like that. I don't know. Like, I think that'd be really cool. And I think the developers for this game are going to be different. I don't think it's Sumo Digital, the developers that did the did Team Sonic Racing. I think this is a different developer, and I'm not too sure who they are. Either way, I don't know what else to say for this game. I'm just hoping it's a completely new... I'm hoping there's a lot of things we're not expecting here that's going to be completely new, and there's loads of stuff we're just not expecting, because they really need to sell the hell out of this game. It's cool that we're getting another racing game. It's just a shame that it's not a Sonic Riders type game. I'm hoping I'm wrong on that, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. So, with that, hopefully they give us skins for the characters as well. I don't know, that we haven't seen in ages, but I don't know. With that, I don't know what else to say than that. I wasn't going to make this too much of a long discussion video. I just want to sort of share my opinion on that, what I hope to see, and what to expect from this game. I'll definitely be back to do more discussion videos on this, most likely. So once there's been more trailers and more gameplay showcases coming out soon. So we probably won't expect it till middle of next year, maybe, or late next year. We'll see. I guess it's the next Sonic game to look forward to. Bit surprising, but... either way, cool. Another thing to look forward to. I really hope that it does do well, because it really needs to do well. So, yeah. If you've enjoyed this discussion video, guys, please let me know in the comments below. Please let me know what you think yourselves. Are you excited for this game? What are you hoping to see? What are you hoping to come out of it? I'd like to hear your thoughts compared to mine. Please do drop a like if you have enjoyed this video, and subscribe so you don't miss out on my future Sonic discussion videos coming soon. Until then, take care, guys. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.